Our next speaker, Andrew Semёnov, and this is distribution and abundance of the Laptev walrus in the Laptev Sea coastal area. Yes, we can hear you well. And I have my presentation, pre-recorded presentation. Our research in the Laptev Sea was done from the small boat, engine boat with a low water line, and enables us to investigate the shallow waters along the coastal areas. 6 months during summertime, and we started in 2006 and ended 2018, and the total length is 4,966 kilometers. We started the coastal areas of 70% of the continental part of Laptev Sea, partially and fully. We looked at the coastal area of 24 islands. The water zone in Novosibirsk area was never studied. Many parts were reviewed for several times. Over the course of all the routes, we surveyed the local population. On the lookouts, we did surveying and photographing of animals, and we specified the age and gender composition. On Pavlov Island, near Andreev Island, we used a quadricopter to do the shooting of animals, and we confirmed the functioning of 7 holeouts. All of them are located in the western part of the sea. Only 2 holeouts are located on the continental part, Tsvetkov Strait and Franchishev Bay. The rest of the holeouts are located on the islands. I would like to dwell more on each and every one holeout. Peshchany Island holeout. It is located on the edge of the sand strait, and due to a big amount of drifting ice in 2014 and 15, we failed to come close to this island. According to the surveys of Anabar scientific station employees, it hosted 600 walruses, Medvezhye Cape, Big Legichev Island holeout. It is 300 meters away to the north east of the Cape. This is a sand pebble beach. The location of the holeout and the water zone was considered several times in July and August 2015. The walruses were never observed, but on the holeout we found the traces of the last year holeout of 200 animals and bone remains of different age. And the reindeer hunters living on this Begichev Island, they say that the walruses come to Medvezhye Cape in September if ice is not in the vicinity. It happens not every year. The other parts of Begichev Islands, we didn't find any traces of walruses, and it is confirmed by the surveys. Преображение, Transfiguration Island, this is the tip of the pebble part that goes all the way through the south of the island. We did observations in 2014 and 16. The maximum number was observed on the 3rd of August, around 700 walruses. Beginning of August 2016, 14 walruses were witnessed, and there was a big ice aggregation near the island. As ice approached the island, the walruses moved to the ice, and the females prevail and young animals prevail, including this year youth. And the next Tsvetkov Strait, it is located at the edge of the pebble and sand strait, and it was started in 2014. We have video images that were taken in the August of 2014-2016, and they were given to us by geologists. The maximum number of walruses are counted to 700. This is in August 2014. According to the polls and surveys in 2014, the total number of walruses reached 2,000 individuals. A big number of bone remains of walruses were found of different age and sex, including females. And this year, youngster Franchishev haul out. This is at the tip of the sand area at the entrance to the bay. It was surveyed in mid-August 2014 and 16. We have data of Poland tourists and local population. Maximum number, 80 individuals, was recorded in August 2014. Walruses begin to enter this haul out in the end of July. And here, mostly males come to this haul out, reproductive age, and several young individuals. Andrew Island haul out, the southern part of Paul Island. It's a very small island located near Andrey Island. Part of the walruses can come to unnamed Pebble Island to the south of Andrey Island, and big haul out sometimes are formed in the southern and eastern part of Andrey Island. Apart from our observations, we also polled the employees who worked at the observation station at Andrey Island, and also drone survey in 2016 in the month of August showed that the main haul out hosted 650 walruses, Andrey Island 46 additional animals. Total number of animals reached 698 individuals, and the more walruses were joining them. Based on the big number of bone remains on Paul Island, the surveying and polling of employees, the walruses, they form the haul out at Andrey Island. From the 30th of 20th century, the latest, and the different age and gender young animals prevail, including this year young. The next haul out, this is Eastern Fadea Island at the tip of the Sand and Pebble Strait, and we investigated it on 21st of August 2016. The abundance reached 140 individual animals, different age and gender. Animals, females and young animals prevail in numbers, including this year. Apart from this haul outs, we didn't discover anything of just feeding animals. Were discovered between Tsvetkov and Nemtsov lagoon, and 34 walruses eastern part of the sea. We didn't find any walruses. Based on pollings and surveillance, we can say there are individual encounters. And out of 16 haul outs investigated by different scientists at different years, in 2008, 2016, we investigated 13 haul outs in Pесчаный Island. We received the reliable survey data. 2 haul outs in the mouth of Lena River were not investigated by us, and we confirmed functioning of 7 haul outs. And no unknown haul outs were discovered, no new haul outs were found. It's quite interesting that the maximum number of abundance at 3 haul outs, Преображение, Цветков, and Andrey, was close and reached around 700 individual animals. And this abundance at Преображение and Цветков haul outs recorded at very closely related dates in beginning of August in 2014. Close number of animals was recorded by the observers in Pесчаный Island. Since the distance between Цветков and Преображение Island is only 32 kilometers, and 2,000 individual animals, data speaks to the point that can jointly come to the same haul out. In Prachishev Bay, where in the 80s of 20th century, we witnessed a big haul out reaching 600 individuals, where females with this year youth prevailed. We recorded only 80 walruses, and productive male animals prevailed in numbers. That's it. It's time for the questions. Thank you for your presentation. Let's see if we have any questions.